People die, and not only of natural causes when the embedded biological resources of our body run out and overwhelming decrepitude closes another loop of our existence. People also die because they decide so themselves, running into a dead end at some point in their life. One drinks himself to death, another drugs himself into a grave, and the third goes out of the window, not having found a better way out of depression. Some, though, prefer choosing insanity over death, giving themselves to a religion or one of those various sects. What could possibly fuse those people with such different fates together? They all didn't manage to find both a course to follow and a reason to live on. In other words, they were never to overcome one of those vaunted life crises. Due to efforts of psychologists, there was developed a belief that a life crisis should be taken as a short-lived blues, something that is not very serious. A man just has to sit it out and wait until it passes by, spending more time with your family, going out into nature and fishing at the lake in a company of good friends, trying different spiritual practices or any other useless mishmash that just doesn't work. However, I need to admit that all people are different and affected by a life crisis to various extents. Ultimately, it depends on how a person's psyche is organized. If a man functions simply enough, he is bound to overcome a crisis even without noticing it. On the other hand, complicated people who think and analyze a lot, who possess a so-called rich inner world, get crushed to the max. At the same time, such a crisis is not a punishment, nor the divine scourge. It's nothing more than just a trial, a lesson that every mentally fit man has to learn. By surmounting such challenges, we acquire new skills and abilities. We become more intelligent, stronger, and more alive. To be honest, the overwhelming majority of those various online psychologists and consultants that try to teach something had not properly overcome themselves any of such crises. Overcoming a crisis means complete transformation of your personality. You have to become an absolutely different man in the end. You have to abandon, betray yourself from the past, which is a really terrifying thing. But eventually, there is nothing to be afraid of. We've been doing it all our life. For starters, try to remember yourself at the age of 17. For most people, it's not overly pleasant, as they are ashamed of having betrayed such a pure and harmonious creature. But it's not what I'm calling for. Try to see there is a boy or a girl who was stupid, naive, and inviolable, and in ways after gaining some traumatic experience, you became smarter, more cynical, maybe more aggressive, but after all, more adapted to this world. If we were to compare our values and convictions, we would see that there is little to nothing in common between us present and those teenagers from the past. Therefore, we constantly change as we live, and it's absolutely fine. Changes is the cornerstone of life. Stability is a way more dangerous thing. So you shouldn't be afraid of betraying of yourself past, and it's a mandatory step to develop your personality. In every video on this channel, there is a kind of a quest, whether you will be able to understand the matter, whether you'll be able to accept the matter. If yes, you'll be granted with an opportunity to go further. If no, then your time has not come yet. It means circumstances have not reached the point of shitfest for now, because the most important, difficult, and necessary decisions are taken not when we are comforted and feel easy, but when we are pushed to a corner and there is no way to run anymore. This is only where we decide what we have to decide. I will be talking about the likes of me and for the likes of me. And it's my clear understanding that most people will take it as absolute nonsense. So be it, everything that you decide to be the truth will be your personal truth. The only question is how helpful this truth will be in your life. People tend to look for simple solutions, but I can't say my solutions are simple. I don't offer easy recipes for success. My solutions are hard to understand, paradoxical, and dramatic. And for those who can't accept, there is always Tony Robbins and many other internet marketing fraudsters. If, however, the matter I'm talking about helps someone to move on, find one's true identity and new senses in life, I'll be more than glad.